Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another YouTube video, my second video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the last one. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already. Right here, we're gonna waste no time and get into it. I've got a classic, rare pair of 1999 Penny 4s. You guys can see those air units are no longer. So we gotta give these a whole midsole swap. Although the air units are just crumbling, since the air units are built into the midsole, the entire midsole needs to be swapped. So let's take a look at these closer into detail. Let's tell you guys a little bit about the history and show you what donors we're using to swap these. So based on my research, back in 1998, Nike dropped the Air Penny 4s, the final signature sneaker that was released during Penny Hardaway's playing days. Even though it didn't hit as hard as earlier models, it had a premium design with leather and suede. This pair, it's been through it, but today we're bringing them back to life. Let me know what you guys think about the Penny 4s. Do you prefer these over the earlier models? Where the donors are, because I have 2 boxes full of them. Should be in this box, actually. I think this is them. Perfect. Right here, these are the donors we're going to be using. Here's the other one. It's a retro pair, same colorway. It's just going to be the swap. But while we're down here, let's show you guys what else we got. I believe these are a pair of Shakes. A bunch of shoes I finished down here. Got a pair of Ultra Air Force Maxes. I think they're called Ultra Air Force Maxes. These are from 1994, midsole swap. I actually just did the video on these. So, like I said, be sure to check it out if you haven't seen it. So I lied, we're actually not using these as a donor. I completely forgot. The client had messaged me and wanted to order another pair, a newer pair, to use for the donor. So this is the pair we're actually going to be using. I'm sure if the client is watching this right now, he's probably freaking out like, no! But don't worry, I made sure to double check. It's too short and it's too thin. I always like to double check, make sure we're doing everything just as you want it. So these are the donors we're gonna be using. Let's go ahead and take them apart using our donor separating oven. That's gonna help us remove the soles easily and the midsoles. We'll go from there. Okay, so we're out in the garage now. A little over the preset temp, that's just because the fan is off, but while we have the shoes in there, gonna keep the fan on. 1, 2, close. You can crank up that fan to make sure the heat is being evenly distributed. Once the timer's done, we'll see you guys, and these are ready to be pulled apart. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and take these apart. Off camera, I went to try and take them apart, and they weren't coming apart that easy, so I'm actually glad they are. We gotta be really careful here. We don't want to rip the rubber, because if we pull too hard, it could rip and crack, and that would not be good. It's not what we want, because these are old. It looks like these soles have even been painted. Yeah, these were definitely painted. These look like they had a little bit of work done to them previously too. Yeah, they sure did. Look at that. That yellow glue right there, that's previous work. And when I was saying the soles have been painted, right there. Maybe a little extra work for me, but that's okay. Now that we've got the shoes taken apart, we're gonna clean up the desk and wipe off the shoes and get to prepping everything. Then take apart the donors and go from there. Okay, so now that I've got the desk all cleared off and cleaned, we can go ahead and start prepping these. I'm primarily gonna prep them in my Dremel box because of all this dried glue. Using acetone and cotton balls is not gonna be the go-to. But what I am gonna do first though to prep them outside the Dremel box is use a scraper tool. That way I can remove any of the crumbled air unit, midsole that's still on it. Just get it a little cleaner before we go into our Dremel box. So I haven't really been able to go full steam. I've been focusing on school and you know, making sure I graduate and pass. So now that I'm out of school, I can put all my time and effort towards shoes and growing my business. It feels unreal. So I feel like as time goes on, you guys are just gonna see it get even more crazier. Now, we can take these into the Dremel box and remove any remaining dried previous work or factory glue and adhesive. All right, so we're here in the Dremel station. We got our new Dremel. We got this last video. See, it's got that built-in light to it. It's awesome. So I already started dremeling part of the sole right here. We got a lot left to do, so let's go ahead and get these prepped. Alright, so let me update you guys on what has been going on here. So last night, I'm prepping the donors. As you guys can see, we got one prepped, one not prepped. And I know from just past experiences, even from the last video, right, to fit before I continue prepping. And I should have fit right from the jump. I shouldn't even have done a little prep because the soles did not fit. They're too long, as you can see. The dimensions from any shoe really over time change from the original releases. So this is too short and it's too thin. So these original donors are the donors we're going to use. I ended up messaging the client and he wanted to use these from the jump originally, not the other ones. So I guess I messed up somewhere. I made sure to double check. I always like to double check, make sure, but that's okay. We got it all figured out. So what I'm going to do for these donors is just take apart the upper portion because we're using the soles and the midsoles. These are from 05. So they're already starting to come apart just a little bit. I think some acetone will help take them apart. So let's go ahead and do that. And hopefully there's no more roadblocks in this restoration. And just like that, we got the part we needed. And these should fit much better because they are closer to the original release. And all we have to do now is just prep the insides, apply our glue to both the upper. Well, actually we have to prep the uppers. We haven't even prepped the uppers yet. So let's go ahead and get everything prepped and then we'll move on to our glue. All right, so for the prep method for the uppers, we're gonna be using X-Acto knives to start, and then we're gonna take them into our Dremel box. I'm gonna be making sure I have a spare case to keep the blades that I've used because we want to keep a fresh blade. We don't want to keep using one blade for the entire project. So I'm probably going to change my X-Acto knife now because I've gone down one side and we're running some more tough glue, so we want to keep it fresh at all times. So uppers are all prepped. As you guys can see, all that old factory glue and adhesive is gone, even that previous work. One thing I do have to do though is a little bit on this shoe. You can see there's still a little dried glue on the leather, and then same thing here, more noticeable on the black part of the leather. There's some dried glue, so we're just going to take some acetone and cotton balls just to remove it. I would use a Q-tip, but I feel like I just have more control and could put more pressure with the cotton ball and acetone. We did take apart the donors too, obviously, and just to line them up, look at how well that blue matches. I showed the client on my live and he was so freaking happy. But first, like I said, we got to prep this part of the upper, and then we have to prep the soles. We're going to be using cotton balls and acetone for this because this glue is a lot older and it'll come off a lot easier than those other donors, which I'm looking forward to. so now that we've got everything all prepped up, we are in our glue station now. We're gonna put the glue on the uppers. I'm running out of glue too, so I actually need more. It should be here hopefully tomorrow. I hope, fingers crossed. Or else I don't know if I'm gonna be able to continue putting glue on shoes, but we'll wait and see to find out tomorrow. We're working with a flathead paintbrush you can find on Amazon. We're using our Barge Super Stick Cement Glue. I did forget to mention as well, I did Dremel the uppers before applying the glue. I forgot to record that clip, but figured I'd let you guys know. Alright, it is the next day. We finally let the glue cure, do what it needs to do. Last step, we're going to re-glue these together and do any final touch-ups that we have to do and take a look at them, send videos to the client, wrap these up and send them out. So just like that, we've got these fully, well, not both of them. We've got one fully re-glued. As you can see, it came out beautiful. We still got to go just clean up the shoes. I'm not going to use any cleaning products because the suede is going to bleed. You can already tell if you look at the white closely. It's already got some discoloration to it. That's from the blue suede. Even this back tab right there. So if I were to apply cleaning solution to these and try to clean them, it would not go as we want it to. We still got to go around and do some final touch-ups, let it cure overnight, with stress tests, see if there's any touch-ups that we need to do. I'm going to re-glue this one off camera for the Instagram. Be sure to follow our Instagram _RestoreKicks if you're not following already. Let's waste no time. I'm going to re-glue this one. Let's do our final touch-ups and then view our final before and afters and see how these turned out. Alright, so we're here. The shoes are all done. We did all the final touch-ups we needed to do. And now all that's left is to look at how these came out compared to the before results, compared to when they came in. So I'm excited to see the before and after. I hope you guys are too. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like. Let's get this video to 50 likes. I thought 25 at first, but then I was like, yeah, let's shoot a little higher. Let's see if we can get 50 likes on this video. If we can, we'll aim even higher for the next video. I did want to say this pair came in with 15 other pairs of shoes in one order, right? All midsole swaps, re-glues. So you're going to be seeing more pairs from this order. So we'll call this pair number 1. I'll keep you guys posted when there's another pair from the batch and I'm making a video on it. If you guys are watching this at night, have a good night. If you're watching this in the morning, good morning. Afternoon, have a great afternoon. And as always, until next time.